it all behind, or feel the need to get away. I find a quiet place, far from the human race, out in the country, before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime, out where the rivers like to run. I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. When I feel them closing in on me, or need a bit of room to move, when life becomes too fast, I find relief at last, out in the country, before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime, out where the rivers like to run. I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime, out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Before the breathing air is gone, before the sun is just a bright spot in the nighttime, out where the rivers like to run, I stand alone and take back something worth remembering. Walking through the city, trying not to breathe the smog, I came upon a sewer rat the size of someone's dog. I stepped my way through garbage that was lying on the street, tried not to look at all the roaches scurrying round my feet. I looked for a water fountain so I could get a drink, but a sign said, "Don't trust the water coming from the sink." Looked for a patch of green and found a concrete park. Isn't there somewhere clean and free of civilization's mark? Give me that mountain air so I can breathe free. Give me that cool, clear water to fortify me. Give me an unspoiled forest that shows the master's hand, and a fifth of earth to gladden the heart of man. I thought I heard an owl call echoing off the walls that beckoned me to the woods and its cascading falls. I left the city straight away and marched toward the hills, and didn't stop till I could see untainted rocks and rills. Give me that mountain air so I can breathe free. Give me that cool, clear water to fortify me. Give me an unspoiled forest that shows the master's hand, and a fifth of earth to gladden the heart of man. came upon a mountain glen fed by gushing streams. Giant hemlocks and Norway spruces filtered sunlight beams. Fiddlehead ferns and rhododendrons grew along the way, and songs rang out from whippoorwills and a solitary jay. Give me that mountain air so I can breathe free. Give me that cool, clear water to fortify me. Give me an unspoiled forest that shows the master's hand, and a fifth of earth to gladden the heart of man. Give me that mountain air so I can breathe free. Give me that cool, clear water to fortify me. Give me an unspoiled forest that shows the master's hand, and a fifth of earth to gladden the heart of man. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. The hotter it gets, the more power we need. The more power we need, the more fuel we burn. The more fuel we burn, the more CO2 we make. The more CO2 we make, the hotter it gets. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. The hotter it gets, the more ice we melt. The more ice we melt, the less light we reflect. The less light we reflect, the hotter it gets. Someone turn up the AC. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. The hotter it gets, the more plants slow their respiration. The more they slow their respiration, the less carbon they remove from the atmosphere. The less carbon they take from the air, the hotter it gets. I think the power just went out. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. The hotter it gets, the more hurricanes we have. The more hurricanes we have, the more CO2 is transferred from the ocean to the atmosphere. The more CO2 goes from the ocean to the air, the hotter it gets. Does anyone have an ice cube? Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hot enough for ya. Hotter than hell. I had a vision that planets in the sky moved into formations delightful to the eye. The beauty of the night sky so captured everyone. They met together to celebrate when their day was done, knowing that they'd never see these things again. People stopped their violence and war came to an end. They thought about their children and the future of their race. They chose to live this new way when the stars had left their place. A simple glimpse of beauty, big changes brought about. I had a vision, but it was too far out. I had a dream that eruptions on the sun caused the grid to stop and panicked everyone. Without the powerful radar, the missiles couldn't fly. People had to trust their neighbors to get by. Living without computers, we sought a way to live. When we asked our elders, they had a lot to give. Farmers and musicians all did what they could, giving of themselves to help the common good. Compassion spread like wildfire, a new day had dawned. We carried on when the eruptions were gone. The brightness of this lifestyle left no one with a doubt. I had a dream, but it was too far out. That is closer to the earth. Mankind has a crisis when climate change gets worse. We choose to use technology and all our mind and skill. We saw big problems before and we can solve them still. We analyze the data, we open up the door to manage our resources and the problems of the poor. No one needs to starve if we implement a plan. We can do things together that alone no one can. We choose to work together for the future of the race. There are things we can do together that alone we couldn't face. We can stop the things that harm this fragile world. We can feed the hungry and heal our planet Earth. We finally realize what this world is worth. The beauty of this idea makes me want to shout. I've got an idea, but is it? I've got one idea, you've got two. Let's put them all together and see what we can do.